Sawadee Khap, I'm JP Mestanza. Welcome to Phuket Extra, brought to you by PSD, Windows and Doors. Let's get started. The automatic visa extension for foreigners will continue until September 26 after the announcement was posted over the weekend on the immigration.go.th website. And by all indications, it looks like as though this will be the last visa extension. An English language infographic was posted on the website late on Friday afternoon, link in the description, and separates the foreigners into two categories. Short-term visa holders on a tourist visa or visa on arrival, they can remain in the kingdom until September 26th. But in order to remain in the kingdom after that date, they must have a letter from their embassy if they're having trouble getting a flight out of Thailand. Or these people must have a letter from a doctor if illness is preventing them from traveling. Short-term visa holders who fulfill this requirement will get a 30-day extension effective from September 27th. For long-term visa holders to stay beyond September 26th, they have to submit an application for extension to stay before September 26th. It will become effective after that. In addition, all long-stay foreigners must do their 90-day reports in the month of August if they had a due date between March and July. Please note, tomorrow, Tuesday, July 28th, is a public holiday in Thailand as the country celebrates His Majesty the King's birthday, meaning the immigration office will be closed along with most other government offices. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. One of the four men initially wanted for the August 12 bombings in Patong in 2016, he's been rearrested after escaping custody, according to police. The 36-year-old was suspected of being one of 11 people wanted for their involvement in the spate of bombs that rocked Southern Thailand in August of 2016. And he was finally arrested in his home province of Patong in the deep south of Thailand on May 1st of this year. But he escaped from provincial Phuket police custody, and no details were given about that incident. But police did pat themselves on the back for rearresting him on May 26, over 3 weeks later. Patong police finally announced the charges over the weekend, and in so doing, finally spoke about the escape and reapprehension. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. The hashtag Say No to Red Bull was trending on social media over the weekend after news that all charges against the grandson of the founder of the Red Bull empire, Borayut Boss Yuvidia, who stood accused and is reported to have admitted to killing a Bangkok police officer in a fatal crash 8 years ago and then fleeing the scene. Before we start off with this story, it's worth noting that the Yuvidia family behind the Red Bull brand in Thailand, they donated 300 million baht to the government to help with COVID-19 measures just this past April. Anyway, pressure was on the Attorney General's office to explain their decision, and they've set up a 7-member panel to investigate the controversial dropping of the charges after the Southern Bangkok Criminal Litigation Department decided to acquit Boss Red Bull on the charge of reckless driving causing death, a charge that wasn't going to expire for another 7 years. The Prime Minister has also ordered an inquiry and called on the Royal Thai Police to do so, which is ironic since the police had to agree with the charges to be dropped in the first place in order for them to go into effect. And authorities have now set up a 10-member panel to look into why they themselves did not oppose the prosecutor's decision. They've given themselves 15 days to report their findings. Meanwhile, the Bangkok Post and other outlets have reported the existence of a leaked document over the weekend, outlining the public prosecutor's reasoning that shows that information from new witnesses was given more weight than previous forensic evidence in the case. 2 police majors and a university engineering lecturer were brought in recently to calculate the speed of the vehicles through CCTV footage. And they say that the Ferrari was not going 177 kilometers per hour in the crash, but at 76 kph. The documents also state that 2 alleged witnesses to the crime that happened 8 years ago, they spoke with investigators in December of last year, saying the Ferrari driven by Boss Red Bull was actually going about 50 kph. The statements from the 2 alleged witnesses and alleged specialists came conveniently just in the past year, as prosecutors, according to the Bangkok Post, have used this, quote, new evidence in their decision to reverse the indictment. And they concluded that, quote, the victim's reckless driving contributed to the crash. However, with this new information, there's been no updates on what now happens to the police officers from Tonglo Police Station. They lost a colleague in this very same crash. They were found to have mishandled the investigation of their colleague from the very start, and they were punished last month. What's going to happen to them? This is Thailand. And that's it for Phuket Extra today, brought to you by PSD Windows and Doors. For safe, secure, and soundproof windows, visit pvcphuket.com. We'll be back. Till then, stay classy, Phuket.